in a fantastic place. I do like the maps to them though. Train and Mirage, these are classic SK maps. I'm sure they'll be delivering here. This is Fnatic's pick going into it. It's a map we have cast them a couple of times online, so they do play this one. Let's see whether they can step up to the likes of SK Gaming. Let's get into it. It will be Fnatic starting on the T side here. 5 sets of armor, so that suggests something very simplistic coming in here. Looks like a main and pop dog split. This will be waiting for a time, call it together, face at the same time, and we'll see what happens. On the other side though, Smoke and Diffuse get for Fallen, the rest of his teammates on armor. And like I said, they'll probably be waiting for a set time. You have got Venton towards Ivy as well. Trying to show his hand towards that area. Actually gets a headshot towards the initial player there. And NT FNX opens things up. Bomb drops as well. Taco finally kills all over the place.
Shots everywhere from FNX. Twist now last alive. 1 versus 4. FNX again. 4 kills for him in the round with the USPS. And denied already. Fnatic any entry, any bomb plant. We're going to have to see a 3-round spread potentially for SK. If they do buy him with some P250s, we know that there's potential. Tech9s as well. And we know specifically the Tech9 and Olaf and Dennis can be pretty threatening.
Rough start for Fnatic there. Like I said, a very simplistic approach in terms of what they bought at the start of the round. 5 sets of armor gives you very limited options there. And FNX is completely wrecking them with the USP there. 4 headshots for him. What a quick round. It's over before they even really began the execution there. It's going to be round number 2. A 4 spy from Fnatic. Of course, no bomb going down. It will be Tech9's Deagles. They've got 3 smokes to work with there. I would expect at this point, just like do a nice little default at this point. But he's coming in behind them with the MP9. Takes down Olaf Meister. So, oh, lovely shot from Twister in return. Actually recovers quite nicely, but Dennis falls at the same approach. It's going to be 4 versus 3 now. They do have 2 smokes remaining still and a Molotov, but after those initial exchanges, you feel like SK will just fall back here and use the range they've got with those 2 M4s.
So Lekro and Venton. Bathrooms together. Twist. He's separate from them, going back down the stairs toward A main. In fact, he may go toward Ivy. If he could distract, pull one back, cause a passive play inside of A. There's a chance to get down Pop Dog, but right now they're queuing up to try and go inside of the B site, which means he could try and wrap through. Either way, he's got to catch off one if this is going to work in any sense of the form for Fnatic. Does present itself with a fast bomb play at the B-bomb site if they can get in and bypass the shots coming against them.
They've got smokes available, so you can smoke down that lower ramp. You can actually maybe smoke upward as well. You can see they've got a little distraction going. Twisty towards Ivy by himself. At this point, they're trying to hold the rotations, and considering the range that Taco's presented towards them, they could actually get a plant down. It looks like almost certainly going to be successful here. So planting
that's job done.
Won't win the round, but yes, you're absolutely right. That is job done at this point, considering what happened at the start of the round. It was a force by short, but they get the plant in. It will be UK next round, but Lekro still within the realms of possibility that he could get one more kill here. Could be sat in the smoke. Unfortunately for him, Fallen takes him down in the end. It will be 3 players surviving for SK Gaming to do recover the Fallen and falls there. But 2-0 for SK. But you're right there. Fnatic getting shut down. Very aggressive play from up towards that Pop Dog area to come in behind them. Twist of a decent recovery, but getting the bomb down, that's relatively good news for Fnatic overall. They won't be able to find this one, as I said, but a nice healthy buy going forward. So at this point, SK objective for them purely to keep 5 players alive, and Fnatic once again try and get the bomb down any way they can. They have got 1 flashbang available. We saw, was it G2 earlier towards that side area? I thought they had no chance of getting the bomb down, but 1 decent flash is sometimes all you need to at least get into a position and have a chance to plant.
Yeah, I mean, the bomb plant down on B is such a promising factor. If you can just get in toward the train after that, it's pretty straightforward. So Fnatic getting that down, that's actually huge considering they failed to do so in the first round. Taco's going to play more aggressively as a result. They're going to jump through the flames. He's got bomb already. Headshot into Twist, turns back, looks upper, trying to close this out, maybe get all 5. Fur's going to deny that. He actually gets 2, 3. Fur ends up with more, despite Taco being the one we were watching early on that found the first 2. Now we get the guns up for Fnatic and that bomb plant. You can see why it pays off, because already Twist has an AWP.
He does indeed. AWP, but you can see he's slightly limited there. I think it's fine. The problem is he hasn't got head armor. That is actually quite a big deal. When you're on the T side, it means the M4s have 1 bullet headshot potential. It means you certainly can't survive a dink. Coldzera keeping his UMP as we go into round number 4 here. We'll see what kind of play comes in. The CTs like to normally send out a message. When you have the 3-0, you could go for an aggressive pick to kick things off. Fallen, of course, on the AWP. Looks like an inside scout operation going in from Fnatic. Flashbang from Dennis will allow him to get a little bit further if required. Lekro, he looks towards outside by himself, trying to make something happen. It's a fast play towards inside here. Taco Molotovs and falls back.
Just barely gets around the corner as well before Venton can get in position, but it's Lekro and Twist that open it for Fnatic. Dennis flashing far. No potential to wrap back around and get toward the bomb. Lekro has gone down to Fallen, so that does give them an escape plan, but all 3 are going to escape, get away, keep the guns, and it will concede the first round to Fnatic. 4 staying alive as well, so they'll not have to buy well, not much at all, other than just Lekro, who potentially can probably go back to onto an AK-47. It gives them a round in hand effectively already. And SK, it makes it harder to break them in turn if they do pick up the next round after this first. That
actually works out quite efficiently there for Fnatic overall. They do a couple of smokes towards outside, block off some of those key choke points towards the outer area. Lekro gets in his position where he's actually actively lurking, trying to hunt for a kill there. He successfully gets it as well. His teammate Twist, he gets a shot with the AWP, and that allows the teammates towards inside. They have a pretty clean run of the bomb side at that point, actually just managing to run in together. Bomb planted. SK have no real decision to make but to save the weapons, keep the money stronger. And we'll see what happens in round number 5. So it's a conservative approach for sure. There's definitely grounds that they could have potentially given a retake with the AWP especially as well. But just making the decision. It's still early stages of the game, not giving too much away there. Had they lost all 3 kills, which is still a likely outcome, they would have been struggling for cash going forward. So 3-1, looking to improve in round number 5 here. Look at this. It was lower round. The CTs, I think, have pushed 3 people there.
Ooh, FNX, we didn't see it. He's going to start it off against Olaf.
That's aggressive. There's actually 4 players on the B side of the map for the CTs now. Very unorthodox, but if you get kills like that and you can fall back and not taking any damage in return, if you're going to scalp Blug, Olaf Meister down with you, that's actually a pretty sick reaction. Like, that's rattling Fnatic. Whatever they had in mind is completely shut down within the first 10 seconds of the round.
Watch for some aggression out toward Ivy. Fallen puts himself in position with the AWP. No push just yet toward the other end of it from the T side, but getting closer is Venton. Meanwhile, Fallen turns his attention from back toward Ivy, down past the alley and into A main. Twist gets found trying to creep up towards Sandwich. And a smoke now out in front of Venton. It's just 3 members remaining. Fnatic's efficiency going to get busted apart this time by SK. Cold Zero with a Molotov as well to try and shut them down. Bomb back toward T-spawn. They're very spread out. 49 seconds. They're going to have to start to group and find something. They haven't found a pick.
Well, the bomb's still towards T-spawn at this point. Lekro makes his way towards Pop Dog. FNX, though, getting aggro, using that smoke against them. Nice sort of gap there. If Lekro does dare face, he will get taken down here, but 35 seconds. Well, Fnatic really needs to start moving here. 1 player towards the end of Ivy, but this kill is important. Lekro does manage to pick it up.
Yeah, the AK wins against the M4, and now he's got E-Box to work with. Venton's got to try and find the kill on Cold to get closer to the site, and then they can pinch for the plant. Bomb's waiting. It's still out toward A main for all of this to work and unfold, and Cold times it perfectly. Down goes Venton. Bomb never going to make it that far. It's 15 seconds. It may get toward the train, but surely it'll be denied. They've got so many members up and in position. Cold Zero's going to take down Lekro. AWP from Dennis. He's considering, do I even shoot at this point? 6 seconds when he does go down. Fnatic, they'll drop the round, but like I said, they did keep enough members up. They could force right now. It would be a little bit aggressive considering how early we're on, but it's justifiable.
Yeah.
The problem is, look at Cold Zero's money.
That's exactly what I was about to say. At that point, it's you know they've saved 3 weapons in the round previous and it's kept 4 players alive. It's not really worth the full force at this stage, so you're going to go in for the partial buy. You can see 4 smokes coming in. But what a round that was from SK. That's something you see very rarely. 4 players actually committed towards B at the start of the round. They're going for an active pick as well, 3 up towards the round, but it's pretty cool. I like it. Sends out a message. A lot of teams obviously will do defaults at the start. He's beneath Pop Dog. All 5 players for Fnatic will be heading towards inside. Olaf Meister, last player to pass. If Fur wants to go up here, it'll be a perfect time to do it. Taco spots him, drops the incendiary, falls back. He has seen multiple players towards that position. I think Fur's have gone up, as well. Oh, there it is. Yep, I thought he had. And Dennis managing to take him down there. Picks up a rifle as well now. Now they don't need to rush into a situation. They've got the smoke still intact, 4 of them with Molotovs, and now Dennis has a rifle as well. So they could still go for the same execution, but in the same hand, they can just slow things right down, maybe change it towards outside.
The M4 picked up. Lekro still with the bomb. Full utility. Well, as full as you'd like, considering the situation.
Yeah, enough to execute is pretty much the point you're making. Right?
Exactly.
So they can do that.
Thank you, Henry. Dennis just making sure no one's going to flank them out as they do set toward this B. It looks like that's where they want to go. That smoke that goes against them, will it deter or not? Because it's easy to bypass that smoke set. Their own exactly like that. Cover off sidewake. Now Taco can't see anything. Another smoke's going to land perfectly in front of him. So now there's 2 on that position, which will allow them to get toward the default plant position. Fallen, not quite going to be fast enough to get toward a position to deny the plant. Misses the shot on the right, and Taco follows up on Twist. But it lets them push forward. Venton goes through the smoke. P250 can't catch FNX, who does turn back just in time. And Fallen still alive on this upper position. They've now got this down to a 4 versus 2. Ooh. Missed shots from Dennis. That M4 can't hold the position. That might have been enough to buy some space for them with the high ground. Olaf's able to click E to grab it. Gets the shot onto Cold. They have to get off the bomb. Fallen, he's still watching this with an AWP. They're not on it just yet. Taco is now. He gets it. Where's the shot in return? FNX is there. But they just started to move the AWP of Fallen. If they hadn't got a trade on that right away, look at how little time there is left in the defuse.
Definitely was worth Olaf going for that one there. He was trying to bait out a shot there from Fallen, which he does. He misses. takes down the diffuser. Then he gets a bit uncomfortable. Right, a few more seconds, that could have been very problematic, but SK Gaming picking up the round. We discussed this idea earlier, Matt. When you get the bomb down, you have the smokes available, especially when you have Tech 9s as well and P250s. You want to be pushing down aggressively, cutting off the rotation points for SK Gaming. They actually do a decent job of that. Just don't really have the firepower at that point. You could see FNX waiting on the other side, and Taco as well with the M4s, just kind of spraying them down. It comes to a 3-1. Olaf makes it a little bit interesting there, but overall, a comfortable round for SK Gaming. It's going to be 5-1, and look at this. Fur once again, he's relentless in this position. Olaf won't see this coming at all. Okay, maybe
yes,
he will.
He will.
Right.
Still watching the corner. He's not setting. Remember last game we saw them against G2 when they pushed up. Shocks catch off the player that busted out the windows. That's not the case this time. So vented out toward Ivy. They've got the man advantage to work with. 5-1. Fnatic, though, this time with their own AKs. Not an M4 picked up, but a couple of pistols. 3 smokes again this time around. They don't have quite as much utility because last time they did have 2 Molotovs. This time they've only got 1. It's Olaf that has it, but they've got some additional flashes to push in aggressively.
That was Fur. He's trying to bully that position. He's just trying to show how aggressive he is and not allowing them to get comfortable in any position. Like I said, Olaf Meister was looking at Pop Dog. The moment that Fur comes down the corner, though, he adjusts and he anticipates it, hits the kill, and now they've got a 4-on-3. You can see them actually not having to commit at this point. Terrorists have lots of time. 50 seconds on the clock. Don't really need to push in and lose a frag. Set themselves up for an outside push, but it looks like they actually made their way out of A main now. Dennis in the charges, silent as ever. His teammates showing distraction towards Ivy as well. They could have a great position here to do something with this. Up at FNX to detect it, which is going to be a very difficult task, all things considered.
Bomb going to go down as well. Taco fallen by Olaf. Cold does pull it back, so this does give them a chance. 2 versus 3, but Twist hits the shot against FNX. No chance for FNX to hit the headshot immediately with the M4, and now things get harder for Cold. Goes toward Old Train. Twist not exactly looking in this position, but now he's considering it. His teammates have covered off every other possibility, so he's got to be this way. Baits out the shoulder shot. That does give Cold the chance to trick down his opponent in the end, but Olaf just waits from far, sprays down, Cold falls.
Well, there it is. Olaf Meister picking out 3 kills overall. A very good round there for Fnatic. I guess at that point, like I said, it's Fur maybe being a little bit audacious there towards the inside site. It's an interesting idea to push that position. It's very unorthodox. No one's really ever doing that. And unfortunately for him, Olaf Meister just anticipates, got in the back of his mind that could be a possibility. Takes on that first shot. They slow things down. Once they have that man advantage as well, make their way out towards A main. Undetected for so long. The bomb goes down uncontested. And at that point, the retake was very difficult for SK. Can't really put it off, but they still have money available. It's 5-2. And Cold Zero towards the end of Ivy. It's going to be Olaf Meister once again, though, taking down Taco. That was actually towards the inside site. So, presumably, getting aggressive towards inside once again. Interesting decision. They keep doing that time and time again. It's only really worked out for them once. It's the kind of thing you want to be checking in. It's like the surprise weapon every now and then, but another 5-on-4. At this point, Fnatic are loving it. Just think, well, CTs are the ones on the back foot here. Let's wait for them to use their remaining grenades. You can see they haven't got any smokes now. Only 1 incendiary. Bleed them out, and you can still go for full execution now.
Molotov in front of Pop Dog. 3-1-1 split potentially with Pop Dog A main. 2 already approaching on Ivy.
Could be flashed in by the bomber. It looks like Dennis at the moment.
Even though they're man down though, with Cold watching this, controlling his peak at the corner. He's got a player at Hell from FNX and Fur close enough by to call for support, but he's going to back away from that position immediately. That leaves FNX in the open. Cold needs to be watching that when they walk in. He leaves his teammate left for dead. And a smoke off at Hitch. They're going to wrap towards Sandwich. Fur's not sure which way to look. A flash through nearly costs him, and it's a bit chaotic. Cold's able to find a kill, and thankfully so too does Fur, because that could have been all Fnatic on the way through just from simply getting that 1 kill. It's not, though. It's just going to be Lecro. He falls down, and Dennis is on 12 HP, 18 seconds to work with, AWP in hand. He has forced SK back, but they've elected to go more passive, not knowing where that bomb is, so he'll get the plant out of this. 10 seconds to work with when he does get it down. And he's going to stick around as well. He thinks they're still close up. Now, the rotations could cost him off in this because Fallen's gone all the way toward ladder, and he's going to come down Pop Dog. Dennis is going to slip through the smoke. He doesn't need to peek at all in this now. This is actually pretty good.
Yeah, nice position for him. Got a flashbang as well. Low HP, that's the problem. Oh, God, what's this? Ooh.
Cold's going to go hunting for him. Looks from Hitch. He's got to be in there. There's no way he can be back toward A main because he's already got that covered from his teammate. Flashes go in. That's going to force him out. AWP in hand goes for the defuse. Off it in time, but one kills the other. It's going to be Fallen that comes out late. He does have a kit. I think he's just got enough time. That's close, but he's got it.
Very close indeed. I couldn't believe Dennis actually managed to land that shot. I couldn't really work it out. Was that a no-scope on towards the bomber itself?
Couldn't
or the diffuser,
tell.
sorry. But got a little bit confusing there with the 1v1 cam. But still, it was Dennis with an admirable attempt, you have to say. Coming down to a 1v1 and the bomb actually getting moments away from exploding there. Another decent attempt from Fnatic. They once again get that initial kill towards inside. I'm not a big fan, I have to say, of SK Gaming continually pushing that and that position at the start. Losing that frag, it seems like Fnatic don't have to work too hard for it. But finally, the money looks like it will be into a position where Fnatic will go in for a partial buy. Deagles. Tech-9s, no nades, that's the problem this time. Before they've had all the smokes and Molotovs, flashbangs to work with, that's not going to be the case this time. So a good chance for SK Gaming to use these SMGs and defend them off as Taco, once again, spotting for a pixel here, drops the incendiary, falls back, and that allows a teammate who's going to be further this time rotate back in. From his easy on an MP9 to back him up, so he needs to decide where he's going to commit to. All 5 players for Fnatic will be coming to this area, but just nothing to work with at this point. Fallen will be able to have a shooting gallery at this stage as they come out towards the upper ramp.
We're getting closer with this MP9. He's going to try and shut them down on entry. It's Taco missing some shots from above. In fact, never hits any of them. That's damage. That gives Fur a chance to take down an additional player after Twist. Venton's the one to fall, but they're both down on the site. Bomb's going to get planted. Molotov's late. Now Fnatic's got a chance to fight this off. They're low on HP, and they've just got pistols. It's all down to Dennis.
Yeah.
But still, that could have been so much better if Taco just shut them down on the way through. They never would have got the bomb plant.
Yeah, they shouldn't have been that close, to be fair. Yes, they have a bit of body armor, but he is missing a lot of bullets there as he's looking at them coming out towards the upper platform. A decent flashbang comes in, but still you can see from the screen, he definitely had justification to go for those shots. Just couldn't pull it off. 7-2 though for SK Gaming. Fnatic with some decent approaches here and some early picks there, but that big round before when they get the first kill, they couldn't really make their way to the bomb side. Decent crossfire from SK, shut them down. We're going to round number 10 now. We'll have a look at the buys momentarily. I'm sure SK Gaming have upgraded from the SMGs. There's 4 rifles in the open, the hands have fallen. Similar story for Fnatic as well. Their money's starting to stabilize at this point. We hit the round number 10. What they'll be focusing towards inside. They actually got 4 players and Fallen. They are loving this inside position. Once again, he's looking for that first pick. This time, though, the AWP's very viable, I have to say. If he gets that 1 pick and fall back, that's actually a great pick.
Pre-scope, never hear him. Does hit it, deal to go backwards, but it's Olaf to chase him down before he gets around the corner. Probably should have just ran at that point.
Well, ultimately, if he does go down as well, the equal trade, this early in the round especially, that certainly favors the terrorists, especially when you're losing your AWP as well.
Taco tries to go for the preemptive strike. He's the one that's firing into that flash. M4 in hand for him. Twist's going to hold that angle, make sure he doesn't get back in a position to cut them off. This should give them a little bit of map control and pushing them back. As such, the smoke goes out for Taco to slow them down, but it's a little bit early. A minute still to work with, so that'll be gone, and there'll be lots of time still for Fnatic to take advantage. 4 versus 4. And Twist on the AWP is going to now go... Actually, take it back to Olaf that's going out toward the corner. I thought it was going to be him.
Taco's waiting. Oh, sorry, Fur's waiting for him now.
Crosshair's a little bit low because of the stairwell as well, so it won't be a headshot. It's towards the shoulders. Olaf's going to chase it, though, and well played. He's got Fur, that's 2 he's chased down to give now Fnatic the advantage. Taco inside the site, needs to hit the shots this time. He's playing from a lower angle toward upper. And 3 will go in the lower sidewalk. No one there yet. Both players right now from SK, aside from Taco, way back towards CT. So he's picked up the first. They're going to wrap on him. He's trying to figure out which side's going to be closer first, and he doesn't select it in time. Benton, therefore, capitalizes with the headshot. A bit of smoke for Cold to get forward with, but Fnatic needs to take advantage, and it's going to be Cold to get Lekro. But FNX does win out against Benton. Problem is he goes low, 1 tick, 4 HP, steps on the flames, and Twist closes it.
Yeah, after losing those initial picks once again, it's Fallen going towards that lower round position. They just want to get that first pick time and time again. They get it short, but then Olofmeister stepping up. He's actually having a pretty decent game so far. 9 kills with him, and he manages to shut it down. They get that 4-4 once more, and you can just see them bleeding out the CTs once again. By the time the Fnatic actually went towards that end of the bomb side, just Taco there by himself. Yes, he gets 1 kill, but it's just no nades for him to hold them off. They take him down. Another equal exchange, and Fnatic able to pick up round number 3 here, and it's going to be finally breaking the money of SK Gaming. See, they've got P250s, 5.7s, pushing inside once again. Why not?
Olaf going to push the same position. Very slow reactive shoulder peek, and somehow Fur gets 2 from it. Venton over the top of the shoulder goes down as well. Twist switching over to the Glock does get a headshot onto Taco, but they're going to go down early. AK's picked up, and SK's suddenly in a great position in this round. They don't have armor on those AKs, but this is impressive.
They're waiting for that as well. They thought the push was coming, and Fur with a P250 gets 2 kills. That's pretty unbelievable. I'd like to see it from his POV.
Well, now it's a P250 for Fallen. They're both toward E-Box. He's going to slip up late from Twist, though. That shuts it down. No wrap potential back into the E-Box position. And Lekro now with the AK. He is going to consider the possibility that Cold could be coming in from behind at Pop Dog. He'll be the last alive, smoked off already. UMP, But Bomb going to get down, and Fnatic should secure the round on this alone, unless Cold does something absolutely ridiculous that I can't predict at this point.
He's certainly a player capable of doing it, but just a UMP in hand and 3 players to find, I don't think it's a possibility. Lecro adjusts his position to a safer one as well, just to make sure they guarantee themselves the round here. But certainly a strange start to that one. Pushing inside once more. SK Gaming do find those initial PT50 kills, but it's Twist. He gets the Glock out, finds one of them in return, holds decent angle towards main entrance as well, covers the flanks of his teammates. They get back towards outside, and overall it's a pretty thin cover procedure. It was a Cold Zero. He's got this UMP, sorry. Still hanging around. Hoping he gets some exit here. He's going to show his hand just as the bomb's about to explode and see if he can take one down with him. There he is, but Lecro, he's waiting for it. Seems to be posting better numbers than he was yesterday. 4th round picked up for Fnatic, so definitely got a game on our hands here now, Matt. We're starting to run away from Fnatic a little bit there, but all power for Fallen once again. You can see the money's not great for CTs. Cold Zero yet to buy. He brings up the M4. Fur UMP as well, so no kits purchased as of yet. Fur can certainly buy one. Problem is it's GoTV. He could be down to $0.
Yeah, the late
I
buy.
can't check.
I know. That's such an annoyance at times when the overlay doesn't update according to the buy.
We should have the money at all times, right? So you can see when the kill bonus comes in and all that stuff. That would be nice.
Yeah, at all times it might be... you could probably do it in a clean graphic. Problem is the overlay obviously takes up too much during that freeze time, hence why it retracts itself into the smaller one. FNX pushed up behind the E-Bucks to cover off his left at Pop Dog. Anyone that pushes out will capitalize, but he's also saved by the Red Train to his right at main. Fallen at Hell's giving them the entrance to the site, but wants to cut them off at Sandwich. And this is the same position FNX went down with last time when Cold went to this corner and backed off too soon, didn't communicate in time. So Cold's going to have to be smart on this. Thankfully, to their aid, they've also brought Fallen a friend in FNX to play there with the UMP as well. So they've got an additional support system in play for this push. Venton's going to go for it. Smoke off on the left. Cold's trying to play a small gap in it. And Venton, is he going to check it or just consider to push through as intended by the smoke to isolate? Pop flash coming off the train. They should know Fallen's close. And Venton's going to find FNX instead. The problem is now it's Fallen on the AWP. Cold's still there, but he can't find the kill. He started to rotate a little bit early, and now he's back for the cross. But it's B site that's come open because Lecro's found a kill on the way through. And although Cold gets Venton, they're still down a man and have to retake from Fnatic over on B.
Venton does such a good job there as well. A great real ruse there towards long A. Well, long A, I should say Ivy. And unable to actually detect it. SK Gaming, 3 players out at the start. They're just going to be committed at that point when they hear some smokes coming in and the flashes as well. And they lose a first player. It's going to be just poor old Taco alone towards inside. He finds 1 kill, but that's all he gets out of it. And then the teammates just have no option but to save at this point. It's to be Fnatic with a nice early plan. The other 2 CTs remaining are so far removed from the situation, have to stay towards Ivy. Be Fallen and Cold Zero saving their weapons, and the 5th round has been obtained by Fnatic. Benton finds 1, but he did such a good job there, just getting that first kill, staying alive for another 5 or 6 seconds, just delaying the CTs and giving them no option to even consider that retake, especially when they had no kits there as well. So, another difficult scenario. SK Gaming, the money's not looking pretty. Maybe a pause coming in, considering we've cut the camera.
I'm going to break our desk here. Could be a pause coming in, but it's 7-5 now. Not sure I entirely understand the justification for it. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're back in. So, minute 45, 10 seconds into the round. Time that we were away, no pause, obviously. Twist, AWP at A main for him. Dennis has already pushed through the garage door in behind the train. He's going to try and go in with the AK. He overlooks FNX's position, gets dinked for it, but does manage to prevail. In the end, the nade could get him. Bounces back, and it will. Fur's got the kill. It's down to the 4 versus 4, and Twist, he's still trying to probe out exactly where to place that AWP. Cold is in a position where he could be caught by it. He can't step 1 foot forward inside of Hell, and that means he's vulnerable as well to the wrapping player right now. Venton, but he's got the kill onto him. It's going to leave him in a position where now he can start to shuffle, as Olaf was taken down by Fallen. Twist is still here, though, so Cold, he's pinched against this wall. Finally, Twist is going to give up on that angle and go search for something because he's got to make a play to pull his team back in this, down by 2 men. And there is one at Hitch in the form of Fur that spots the gun barrel. Bomb dropped. It's all on Lecro. They know exactly where he is. They'll start to converge on his position. And although he gets 1 on Fur, they know exactly how to handle it. Taco will trade it back, and it's going to be 8-5 in favor of SK. So they've at least taken the half. On Train, though, we know it's a close map either side.
Yeah, that's right. Especially like with teams like this playing like both competent Train lineups, and we'll see whether Fnatic can find the last 2 here. The money's starting to become a bit of a problem for them. It was for SK last round, but they managed to salvage another AWP this round. So Cold Zero and Fallen, probably one of the scariest duos with the sniper rifle in the game right now. It's round number 14. You can see Dennis with the AWP and Venton and Lecro. They've only got pistols here.
Oh, I thought Fallen was going to go again. I was going to say if he
still
went...
might do.
He sat at the bottom of the ramp. If he had gone aggressive that time, it would have been potential to catch Dennis before he got positioned. But now that he's got the scope ready toward the corner, Taco can't afford to get aggressive. And Olaf, he'll go down to Taco, but Twist catches Fallen inside of the train without movement back toward inside of the site. So he's left in the open. Taco's still at long corner. He can't hit the shots. He's got to go back. He will find Lecro, but he misses that as well. Taco's missed some very crucial shots on B. And again, Fnatic's going to walk in and take advantage of Tech9's Cold. He'll hit one on Lecro, but bomb planted. Forward stance from Twist. Flash. And smoke now picked up from Fur to try and utilize on the way back through. The flash is going to catch Dennis when he tries to go for the shot mid-air, and Cold Fallen. They do it again, and Taco, I have to say, missed 3 shots that could have been huge.
Yeah, that's been quite a common trend here for SK Gaming. And once again, they're focused on the lower ramp. It's Fallen aggressive towards that position, looking for the first kill. And he actually gets his head blown off by Olaf Meister. He comes on the lower ramp, just finds him straight away. But to be fair to them, it was SK Gaming with the setup there. That was the idea of the play. Fallen was supposed to get the first kill and take the attention away. They had a play on the upper range, which is Taco. He gets a kill in return, but then he's struggling at that point. Can't find anything else. And we're going to the last round here. Fnatic in a very strong position to pick up number 7. You can see just pistols and a mag 7. Cold Zera has no option but to grow aggressive here towards long A. Venton and Dennis waiting for him. Dennis so passive here. He's got the bomb as well. They won't be moving anytime soon. He's going to be holding up and seeing what comes in. But Fallen, he opens things up. He gets 1 kill. FNX chimes in as well. This is falling apart for Fnatic.
Dennis will at least find 1 onto Cold. So it's only a man advantage right now for SK. Olaf's stuck inside this position though. A shotgun at the top of the ladder. Don't you dare climb up. Fur's waiting for it.
It's quite nice from Fur.
Oh, is he going to go? The only thing that saves him right now is look inside. Okay, it's actually at A main. I thought the bomb was coming down the tunnel, so I was actually wrong on that. Dennis, oh, he is. He's inside bathroom. If Olaf had waited, they didn't know Fur was there because he would have gone down. He would have been taken out, not even looking toward Dennis. So even our lovely simplified radar couldn't save me on that one either way. Fur, shotgun, cuts it off. And like you say, it fell apart early for Fnatic despite trying to pull it back. 9-6 SK. The end of their CT campaign.
Yeah, that was a strange game towards the end. There are lots of little nuances I'm not used to seeing. Lots of inside aggression there from SK Gaming. Relentless at times. Wasn't really working out for them, but recovered all the situations. Some decent rounds from Fnatic overall, but that last one, like I said, heavily favoured for Fnatic going into it, but somehow we didn't see it from Fallen's POV. He picks up the first kill. Another pistol kill flies in as well. Then Fur, he gets in a great position towards that Pop Dog area, waits above the ladder. His teammates actually throw a smoke in towards Pop Dog, where they know a player as well. So they're actually funneling him to go back up the ladder. He's waiting for the shotgun, like you said. Dennis in the bathrooms area can't do much about it. And here are the kills, Matthew. Who really stepped up for SK in that game? I'm trying to work out how this graph works.
It's how many times they killed each other. So
Right.
Cold killed Venton 5 times. Was never killed by him. I think that's how it works. I was trying to figure that out too, to be fair.
That's why I threw
It's
it
a
to you.
lot of information on one graph, but it's kind of interesting to break that down because then you can kind of look at like individual optimals. For example, you could look, let's say in this case, Fallen versus Twist, who killed who more.
Yeah.
But you can also emphasize positions, whoever's trying to take long versus that who was holding it. So Cold Zero holding Ivy, for example. Lecro forced back early on the pistol round. That is going to be a Tech9 in armor. So Taco's gone Superman. Cold Zero's got a smoke. Fallen's got a smoke and 2 flashes. So only 3 sets of armor on this terrorist approach, which does mean they want to try and get a bomb down inside these 2 smoke executions.
Yeah, spread out for now. Not really committed to anything at this point. They have got 2 smokes, so that's going to be Cold Zero and Fallen. So Venton, though, you can see he's got the smoke grenade as well. He's got the defuse kit. Definitely a utility player. That's like the firefighter role. If the Molotov comes down to the bomb towards the end, you can use that to extinguish it. But at this point, nothing really given away. See Taco, Superman, of course. He's got the Tech9 and armor. Looks like they'll be going towards outside here. Still have those 2 smokes. Interesting to see where they put them. Could be on the 5 track, then towards connector as well. Flash out. Fallen just waiting for any CT aggression. They've actually got 3 players towards inside the CTs here, so they'll go towards outer. SK, that is. Fnatic are going to be in a lot of trouble trying to rotate back in, especially if that smoke does go towards connector, as I speculated before.
Then it's a matter of trying to get to Pop Dog for a flank, potentially. And timely, because once bomb goes down, that's going to be checked off. So in they go. Smoke covers off the alley behind Sandwich, covers Hitch on the way through. Dennis is going to wait for them to push it, but the flash is perfect. He looks away. He's taken down. No chance to catch them pushing through. Taco will climb the ladder into the control room above as well, and no flank coming in. They all want to go through connector. Now, the smoke didn't go there, as you suggested. However, bomb's already planted, and they're set and ready with crossfires A boost for Lekro. Won't find Fur at the bottom of the ladder. He'll be able to bait for his teammate above as well. And they're just trying to use shoulder baits right now to get some shots, to get some information. It's a team shot from Vent, and he gets confused. Fur, he's going to find all three. And Taco capitalizes. Thank you for telegraphing where your teammate was.
And doing a lot of damage as well. You know, that's a bit of a nightmare situation there. It was SK that picked up the first half pistol as well, very convincingly. This one's no different. What a nice execution. So smokes on the 5 and 6 tracks there at that point. That's to take away vision from any players playing defensively towards Ivy. The back tracks towards 5 as well. You can't really see anything going on. They find the first frag, get the bomb down as well, and the retake's an absolute nightmare though. A horror show from Fnatic as they team kill each other and get mowed down by Fur and his Glock. They had so much time to set up there. And it's going to be a semi-forced fight for Fnatic. They get 3 players on towards body armor, but as you can see, 2 rifles for SK Gaming. That's going to be FNX and Taco. 2 UMPs to accompany them, and Fur backing them up at the Mac 10. Actually fully committed towards inside sight. We saw GT do this earlier, and we discussed this. It's like an idea that they could actually be stacked there. You want to be doing a default to begin with, just to eradicate risk at the start, get some tells as to what may be going on. As long as you can spot some players towards that side and know, okay, at least it's not a full stack inside, then get back towards it. You can see one player that's going to be Fallen. He may be investigating towards Ivy at this point. While his teammates are ready to go in now.
FNX. Okay, we can still... I was going to cough for a second, but he did it for me.
Got your back.
FNX is still trying to figure out exactly where it is. He's dying. He's going to make me cough just by listening to him cough.
Well, this is the point. You're going to fall in right now. He's actually out of Ivy at this stage. And Matt, you do cough, and that's going to be fine. Because look, at this point, they just want to wait for it. Even if Fallen dies, that's the cue. As soon as he goes down, they're going in. But even better, you know, they've got time. He could go to CT spawn all the way around, kill everyone that's actually waiting for them, and that's it. Round over. He's got so far into this one. Now, this is actually sick.
Hang on, though, because if he goes to lower, he won't have quite the same lineup.
No,
Benton's rotating.
He'll investigate first.
Oh, yeah. Done. No trigger discipline required. Just go. Cause the confusion. Taco Fallen again. All the kills and the flash over. FNX. Down goes Olaf. It's perfect. I was thinking if he had gone toward the upper side, he's got a lineup of 2 directly in front of him, but even just finding that first player.
That's enough, right? Because then at that point, all the CDs in that inner site can't actually do anything about it. They have to turn around. They can't just have their back exposed, and they don't really know where he is. The call's going to be clumsy at that point. You don't know where you've died from. You have no idea that's a possibility, right? So at that point, he gets 1 kill. That's enough for them to bail and actually get in towards the inside site. Works perfectly. Very nice round there from SK. Good, calm calls there from Fallen. You can see he gets out. I said he's going to be the distraction. At that point, he realized, you know what? I've got towards backtracks. Okay, now I'm in CD spawn. Well, that's round over. Once got his position, my teammate's already inside. Literally nothing Fnatic can do. It was a force buy from them. So we're going to round number 3 here. Fnatic on a full eco. Just USPs, 1 PT50 for Lekro. FNX aggressive. Actually goes down to the PT50 of Lekro. Could get a second one here as well. FNX having to bail out as he's getting shot in the foot.
Yeah, you kind of need your toes to run.
Yeah, right. And then at this point, maybe a chance. Still only a PT50 to work with. Have they managed to pick up a UMP? Yes, they have.
Watch Lekro, low HP. Oh, just gets down the ladder before Taco can find him. It gives Olaf a chance to try and do some damage in reverse. Can't land it with the UMP. But it's Fallen. Same gun, other site. Trying to get some information instead. Venton's going to let them commit. And then swing with the USP. Needs headshots. Specifically against the head armor. And they'll go. Fallen can't find it right away. It does turn it back, and it's the AK there. So the USP can't find the armor penetration, can't find the headshots, and Fur's going to push forward. Low HP, very straightforward for him on the Mac 10. Should be the same for Lekro, but Fur's going to hunt a little bit further down toward the old bomb. Fallen holding off toward Ivy. Pretty much everyone covered. Lekro gets 1. Hold on, because then FNX E-Box has to come out to catch Twist. It would have left him vulnerable to a secondary peek from Lekro, but he holds the angle against Fur. Thankfully, FNX has gotten back in a position to cover that off. So 12-6, pretty straightforward in the end. It looked like it could have gotten interesting with that first 2 kills coming back through connector.
Yeah, Lekro, new blood for the team there. 3 kills at a PT50. Gets a couple more as well. So in terms of that being a full eco, that's actually relatively successful for them overall. Damaged the economy of SK for sure, and I think we did see a buy come in. I think I saw at least a single orb for the CTs. Maybe a double could be a call for them. We'll see what happens here.
Fenton with 4 kills right now.
Yeah, the double.
It was 8 for Dennis, not much more.
So there's only 2 players who got. There's 3 players who got the arm on that second round. So that's what I was thinking. Like going forward, they could do a double upset if they wanted to.
Twist his glass cannon though.
It's a double orb for the T's as well here, you know. There's now going to be 4 orbs available. Cold Zero and Fallen, like I said, a very deadly duo. Fnatic, you never really know who's going to be orping. Dennis, Olaf, Twist, they all have the potential to do it. It's pretty inconsistent as to who the main orper is, depending on the map and the side or the day.
Fallen just jumping, trying to get some information. Bait out a shot. See if there's an AWP inside of that A site. There is, but it's not facing just yet. Flashes in, Taco wants to go. Forget information. Knows Lekro's in behind the blue train. Spots him again at the bomb train. But Lekro not committing to a peek in return. Molotov is going to put him to the left. Now he's got the bait. He's pulled out Taco. And Olaf's gotten cold 0 down. It's Venton finally stepping up. That's his 5th kill, 6th kill in the game. Bomb down, pop dog, round secured. 1 versus 5. As FNX does have an AK. Venton should fall. He's low and up. Or Olaf saves him. Never mind. I won't make predictions anymore, Henry. I'm as bad as the desk is at it.
All 5 players staying alive there for Fnatic here. So arriving on the CT side, they do go 3-0 down, but that was a nice idea there. You could see them building up to it, going for that double orb setup, making it work for them as well. Venton finds a couple of kills, and SK don't really sink their teeth into that round at all. Olaf Meister finding kills with the orb. He's on your screen right now. There's Dennis as well. He's, I guess, the 3rd AWPer.
3rd opper, 2nd in-game leader.
Yeah.
No one really knows what's what on Fnatic right now.
But there we go. It's going to be SK buying back into this round. They have got the utility to work with it. 2 AKs. It is a force buy with 3 Tech 9s to go with it. 5 smokes, a Molotov as well. You can see them. This is going to be potentially an outside fake. These smokes allow you to do all the smokes towards outer, but obviously still very close to the inner bomb side as well. We'll see what comes into it. I'd say probably just commit towards the outer smokes. You want to get a bomb down with this sort of buy.
Dennis in control's got the ability to see above some smokes at the E-box. More importantly, Venton.
That's a massive gap. I think I missed smoke.
I don't think it was intended to cover off toward Ticket. It was the smoke that was supposed to cover the gap. So it being missed, they walk out thinking they're going to be covered to go for a fast plant, and Venton capitalizes.
Yeah, that's a massive problem. So back towards inside they go. It's last-ditch effort to try and get this bomb down. Might actually work out for them, though. Lekro doing some decent work there with the AK-47.
Planted.
Bomb is going to be going down, but it's a 5-on-3. No grounds to win the round now on this force buy. Or is there? Cold Zero with the headshot.
Can't afford to go for another face at Connector, not yet at least, but Lekro's going to sneak up on them. As a result, doesn't take Taco down. That's going to leave him slightly in the open. Cold can't find an angle, but he's going to be pushed from the Molotov. And Venton is stepping up considerably on this CT.
Is he? Oh, okay. I thought he went down then.
Don't worry, guys. Oh, wait, he's already dead.
Got him. Well, Venton, yes, he is stepping up here. 3 kills him in this round. It was a big round, all things considered. That's SK Gaming forcing into that one. They get AKs, 3 Tech 9s, all the smokes required as well. It's quite rare for them to fumble a strategy like that as well. A huge gap in the smoke. You can see them actually bailing out of it after the smokes are deployed. Like, well, that's not going to work out for us anymore. Let's just get towards inner. They managed to get the bomb down. Cold Zera with the AK-47 gets 1 kill, but that's pretty much all they get out of it. It's going to be 12-8 now. And presumably an EK4 SK, a little bit of a partial buy. You can see they've got, what do they got? Some Deagles, body armor, and a couple of flashbangs here. So the double orb setup still going to be ringing true for Fnatic, and should be a pretty simple procedure. But you know what? When you're up against SK with Deagles, it's never simple, is it, Matt? It's going to be troublesome at best.
Some Tech 9 and 4 Deagles. Olaf does have an angle toward a main. Flash doesn't really catch him, but he doesn't land the shot on the jumping players. Dennis will. FNX falls, bomb drop temporarily. They'll be able to recover it. Flashes again, tries to distill Olaf's position. He misses another shot, but the rifles are there, and Venton again with a double. Molotov lands, should spread to Fallen's position, not quite, so he's got some room to work with in behind the E-box with this Deagle. Now it's going to reach him, and Lekro will burn him alive.
12-9. Venton doing a very good job here, reading the game well, adjusting his positions to where he has to be and finding multiple frags. Pretty much every single round here. Round number 22 comes in, falling back on the AWP. The double orb setup didn't really seem to work out for SK too well, so just back to more traditional roles here. Going to be having 4 AKs and falling on the main sniper. I assume this will be just more of a default now. They don't need to heavily commit. They still have this lead. Nothing too crazy has to come in. Just work the full default. Players towards Ivy. Fallen trying to work that initial pick for them. We'll see whether that works out. Or just a full-on set piece to kick it off. Okay. Straight in there, it seems.
Smoke's spotted by Dennis going over. No real change in setup. They're already accounting for an execution on A based on their default. Aggressive with the AWP.
They've committed quite a lot of smokes and Molotovs towards outside, but I guess at this stage is to presumably baked out the grenades remaining from Fnatic there. Maybe get them a little bit worried as to what's going on. Hasn't really done that as of yet. Twister spotted player crossing towards Ivy. No one going down or really taking any damage just yet as we go into the 1 minute mark here. The bomb's still down towards T-spawn, so they are definitely just trying to work a pick at this point.
And then again, going to shuffle up. They'll pull Olaf back. Back all the way to Connector. Looks to be temporarily, and now he's in position toward A main. Twist has been relatively silent in this game, so too is Dennis. Lekro that leads the way for Fnatic, but Twist on the AWP. That's a big roll. Oh, what a peek. FNX, that is beautiful. Flash goes in, doesn't even bounce across to get the bloom onto the AWP player, and he's already hit the headshot with the AK. And I was just saying Twist has been struggling. It's a huge role to play on this CT side.
Yeah, it's a pretty sick move there. Well then, 5-on-4. Venter needs to step up here once again. He gets the first headshot. Fur drops. He brings it back down to a 4-on-4. No commitment just yet from Fnatic, but here it comes. It's going to be SK pushing at all angles at this stage. Now just poor old Lekro. It was Venter trying to do what he could there, but only found one kill in the end, and it was Fur that opened things up there. Oh, sorry, FNX was that Ivy area, but...
And Olaf nearly did go down to Venton as well because he was caught with a nade out, but he managed to redress, fall back, and Fallen was able to pop back out. I say Olaf went down. I meant to say Fallen went down. Excuse me. Venton wasn't going to kill his teammate. Twister did that last round.
Yeah, that little move there where you throw the pop dog out and throw the pop flash out towards Ivy and actually face before it even explodes. That can be such a sick little play just to catch a CT who's got his back turned, trying to actually dodge the flash before it comes in. If you're fast enough, your aim is good enough, that can look very pretty indeed, and FNX nails it. So SK Gaming finding round number 13 here. Lekro does survive with the AK-47. He's saving towards CT spawning. See him on the screen right now. Tidy in the corner. Will be surviving here. So he's absolutely fine, and the terrorist is so far removed. He'll be surviving for now. So a successful round there from SK. We go into number 23. Money's still reasonable for Fnatic. They can definitely buy into it. A couple of drops will have to come in. The orb's certainly a possibility as well. Dennis gets thrown an orb. So it's not Twister right off this time, it's Dennis. We did say he's the third AWPer, and we'll see what happens as he decides to pick up the weapon. He actually has a decent spawn towards Ivy, so maybe could decide to go aggressive here.
Flame's already in front of Taco at A main. Little slow going there. So it does check the off corner and a chance that anyone's pushed up. He wants to go aggressive. Smokes off in front of the sandwich position. He's going to bypass that Venton's position again behind the E-box, but he'll call this. They should have the information. They're not ready. Oh, what a miss, though. Taco again. It's the third time he's whiffed massively in this game, and it costs him. Fur's going to take him down. Fallen follows up, and Dennis is gone. At least they pull back in. The rest of the team hitting their shots, but now it's Twist's turn. As Fur will go down in the post plant. Does give them a chance. Lekro again, headshot. Twist follows it. Now it's them in the advantage, but it's down to the one-on-one. As the Phoenix will try and fly, and he'll do exactly that. Twist caught. And SK do win the round, but my God, Taco's got to start hitting.
Yeah, and some very key situations as well. He actually gets a fully flashed Dennis in front of him with an AWP, misses what, like 5, 6, 7 shots, and he gets turned around and his head blown off. Luckily for him, FNX pulls out a pretty sensational clutch towards the end there. 2 versus 1, 2 massive headshots coming in, and that could be enough to win in this game. You can see now Fnatic in such a difficult position in terms of the economy. They have to either take the conservative route, allow SK Gaming to get to match point here, or try and force into it. It's going to be a little bit of both. It's a partial buy with the body armor. Deagles to defend the inside rush. It's up to Lekro, who has been hitting some pretty crazy shots so far, but can't really deliver in this situation. Taco and Fur finding the first 2. FNX comes in as well. Just Twist and Dennis remaining, as SK Gaming will be finding round number 15 here.
So map point SK in the first of 2. And for Fnatic, with this group already being scattered as it is, they'll have to respond on the second map. Dennis 5-7, looking to at least get something to work with in terms of utility or gun in the next round. Twist's going to take down Fallen as well. That'll give them something. Just a UMP. Twist with just the Deagle. Low HP, but FNX still going to find it. So it's just the UMP carried over. Dennis should survive in this situation. They're on either side of him, but they won't afford to chase down and lose the AKs, especially with FNX on 2 HP. But like we say, map point going SK's way first.
Yeah, absolutely. Some key clutches. FNX stepping up tremendously to get his team in this position. So, like I said, Fnatic took the conservative option before. They didn't fully invest into the previous round. Went with the Deagles, the body armor. Tried to contend in that round. Got a few kills towards the end, but ultimately couldn't really do anything about it. So now 6 in a row required to take us to overtime here on the first map. Second one up is going to be Mirage, but let's see whether Fnatic can hold on here and find double figures at least. He's got to take it round by round now as the pressure continues. Towards inside, it seems, as well.
Smoke's everywhere this time.
Yeah. Taco's made it out as well. He said he's been missing some shots to see whether he can deliver for you in round number 25.
And the smokes are well placed, but watch Venton. He could still catch Taco. He's just playing a ruse at this point. This time he will find the kills. Attack's actually going to be on the B site, though. So although Venton finds Taco on trade, it does hold them long enough on A that FNX is able to get Lekro. Molotov goes out on the connector, and it's going to cut off rotation. Olaf pushes through it. It pays off as well, because Fur's not quite in position behind the tanker. So it gives them a chance, 3-3 on the retake, but SK with bomb down and map point do have the advantage to work with. There's only, well, in fact, no kits. I was going to say, I thought there was 1, but it's not even 1. Twist, he's got the advantage for his team, though. FNX falls Still, though, Fallen's got an AWP in the high ground to work with. They've got to get on this almost right away, and the Molotov goes out. No smoke to extinguish this. That should be it. I don't think they're going to have time. Fallen, certainly not going to allow it. Should be GG already. They can't touch it. Venton tries to spray back in. Cold's going to peek back out, take him, and surely now it's done. So SK's going to take map 1. Fnatic can do nothing of it. Twist just looking for glory at this point in time, and already his teammates has 2 with SK standing up.
Yeah, SK already stood
and
up
saying it's done.
Yeah. Nice little work there. You could see it towards the end there as it was building up. As they had control of the upper halls as well, you looked at the utility for Fnatic. Didn't have anything to work with. Definitely didn't have a smoke. The Molotovs dropped on top of it, and that's it. Round over. It was a bit of a chase throughout there. Fnatic always on the back foot, it seems. It was SK picking up both pistols in pretty convincing manner as well. I still feel like Fnatic gave him a decent game though. It wasn't like they got completely run over. You have to think about how many clutches SK won, especially FNX, that really vital one that pretty much picked up the game for them towards the end.
Yeah, and I still want to say, I got to call it Taco a little bit. He found good map space.
True.
He was able to push through, but even on the CT side, he missed a number of shots, and it's not normal, especially for him on an entry, to be that inconsistent. So, bit of an issue there, and we talked about the inconsistencies for SK, but overall, map win for them.
Sorry, go on.
Well, I was going to say, just for Fnatic now, they almost have to respond and go 1-1 just to give themselves, because if, remember what we said, if Hellraisers go 1-1 in their series tomorrow, then they have 3 wins by right there.
So was Fnatic's pick as well. So we got to Mirage next.
It's not impossible based on what we've seen.
Obviously not. That's fine.
All the Fnatic was very good on Mirage.
Let's talk about what was good for Fnatic there. Olaf seemed very good, getting some really crazy shots at the start of that game, especially in the first half. Venton, not a name we talk about too much.
He's a CT-sided player.
Yeah, he was doing great work with the M4A4 especially, like mowing down multiple players, great awareness in terms of his positioning, getting a lot of rounds there in favour for Fnatic. So I was actually impressed with him. It's definitely not over yet. Losing both pistols and losing 16 line, 69, 16-10 to SK, not the worst thing in the world. Definitely can bounce back.
Well, they can, but will they? That's the question. We'll send it back over to the desk. They'll break it down, lead us into our next game, and then we'll be back to guide you through it.